Hey, very good morning to all my Guyanese friends. Uh, I know when I was a kid, I remember we look at the environment here and we think, wow, I'd like to go on the ice. Well, it's ice, all right. I'm standing on some ice right now, standing in some snow. Um, and I remember all the time I'm standing on the snow and ice that I've left a beautiful tropical paradise. And I'm here. And then I wonder why I'm here. And I know today that, stop, look at me. I am Joseph. My job is to bring you a narrative that says we have been betrayed by the people who we depend on to celebrate our our lives and our journey for the recent 60 years. But all we had was situations where we escaped from the country we loved. So I'm gonna spend like not more than 7 minutes with you and continue that discussion. Um, I know it's cold. I have. That's why I'm the way I am. You remember Chetty and Burnham? In those days, they had a beautiful country left here by the British. It was. You remember Georgetown used to be the Garden City. We haven't seen that. What we have is what Burnham left. It was a legacy of people selling stuff all over on the roadsides. I mean, it looks so much like you know not so cultured. We try to get it back to where it was, but it never will be because we are Guyanese. We do something called a hustle. We, you know, we've been doing that since when we had to take suitcases and go to a next country. And I'm talking to these, younger people who don't know what we really did in the 70s and the 80s. We used to go to the next country and to buy clothing, put it in a suitcase, and then come and pay customs duty, and then sell it on a. Everything was black. Black market. This was black market buying money. Was black market selling stuff, and sometimes the customs and stuff like that would take your stuff away, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, we live in those times, and I hear people celebrating, these guys, Barnum and Jagan. I think Jagan was a more sincere guy, but he didn't get power because he didn't get power because Burnham rigged all the elections. It's simple. The Indians gravitated to PPP, and the Africans gravitated to PNC. The Indians are the majority. Who do you expect to win the elections? The Indians, the PPP always won the elections. But let's look at this other narrative. Let's assume that PPP was in power. Remember, Chetty was a communist? You think we probably would have been like Cuba, where nobody wants to live? Or Venezuela, that is trying hard to, 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 to be communist and learning today what communism really is? We probably would have been worse off on the Chetty. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what communism is. Do you want to go to live in Russia? All you guys that like communism, do you want to go live in China? Why don't we gravitate to those countries being that we're so communist oriented? But I want to tell you this. In my mind, my perception of Cherry is that he saw communism as a way, and he had beautiful thoughts about it. Because remember when Marx and them started this whole communist theory, there were a set of people, and there were like kings and queens in Europe, and these people hog a lot of the power and the wealth, and they were big landowners and stuff like that. So Marx was thinking, okay, we'll share everything, give everybody just a little portion. But how? What when you put that into real life, what happens is the people in power stay in power forever. Putin, look right there, next door. Well, he's making waves right now. He lies to his people all the time. He sells lies as a narrative. He's in power for how many years, whatever. There's nobody else can get into power. He's a dictator. He does what he wants to do. And those are the benefits of communism today. And that's my thoughts on it. Because Burnham was a kind of a socialist guy too. So what I'm saying here is that a lot of things happen to us because of our belief perspective. And mostly our racist, our potential, or our the way we gravitate to the color of our skin and the basic culture patterns. And I want to remind us that let's say I'm speaking to the African guy right now, and he's about my age, somewhere around 60. You look down the road, there's some African people who are living. You're not friends with all of them. A lot of them are horrible people. Neither are you enemies with all of them. And you look in your village and you know this is a good man, this is a not so good man, this is a thief man, this is a drunk man. It is in all our societies. For our governance, what we need is the right person. Not a black man or the coolie man. Just the right person. Anyway, I'm having some company right now, so I'll leave you guys with this few words, and join me as much as you can so that we can continue this discourse on how we can resolve our issues in Guyana. And thank you very much. Bye-bye.